Welcome back to Dirt Obsession, everyone. Yamaha just released the Recreation and Utility ATV lineup for 2024 at noon today, so let's take a look at it. I was fortunate enough to join Yamaha for their 25-year anniversary celebration of the Grizzly just last month, and during that event, we were given the opportunity to learn directly from Yamaha about the differences and intentions of their specific ATV models, as well as their design priorities. So I'll be happy to pass along those distinctions to you throughout the video. Without further ado, here's what potential Yamaha recreation and utility ATV customers can expect for 2024. Let's start out with the flagship Grizzly 700 in XTR trim. This year, the XTR Grizzly comes in what Yamaha calls the Titan and Tactical Black color scheme, with some flares of maroon in the graphic works for good measure. Other than the new color scheme, not much has changed in the Grizzly line, although the XTR is no longer the priciest of the Grizzlies, but we'll cover that in a minute. If you're new to Yamaha's Grizzly 700, the XTR features a factory-installed Warn VRX 25 winch, 27-inch Maxxis Zilla tires, and a 10-inch wide square setup mounted on 14-inch aluminum wheels, and of course the XTR painted bodywork. I personally think the XTRs are always the best looking Grizz in the lineup, and they'd make a great case for best looking 4x4 ATV on the market, also just my opinion. But in what has actually become good news after the last couple of years, the price of the XTR is unchanged for 2024, coming in at $12,399. Next up, let's cover the Realtree Edge option on the Grizzly, which new for 2024 is including what Yamaha calls a touch of ruggedness, by adding the XTR upgrades of the factory-installed Warn VRX 25 winch, the 14-inch aluminum wheels, and the 27-inch Maxxis Zilla tires. Yamaha has said that hunting-inclined customers have been asking for XTR upgrades in the camouflage colors, so that's exactly what they'll get for an MSRP of $12,499. The Special Edition Grizzly comes in silver metallic and black painted bodywork this year, and of course still sporting the 27-inch Zillas on 14-inch aluminum wheels, and also holds steady at an MSRP of $11,999. And finally, the base model Grizzly 700 with the 26-inch Maxxis tires on 12-inch wheels also returns with the same MSRP as last year of $11,399. I basically professed my love for the Grizzly in the 25th anniversary ride video, so I do hope you check that video out for a little deeper dive into the Grizz. But in summary, the Grizzly is my favorite trail-focused recreational utility ATV because of its phenomenal handling, incredibly usable center storage compartment, and all-day comfort. I've owned a few Grizzlies over the years, and reliability, especially the engine and clutch, is second to none, and Yamaha backs that up with a 10-year belt warranty. I highly doubt Yamaha's ever had to honor that warranty because I've personally never had to change the belt on a Grizzly. My biggest criticism is that I'm not a fan of the Maxxis Zilla tires because we tend to ride hard pack and rocky trails, so I'd like to see a moderate trail tire as an option on the SE or the XTR, but everyone's different and tires are a pretty personal choice. The Kodiaks are back in both the 450 and 700 models. Let's start with the Kodiak 450, which is available with or without EPS. The non-EPS with selectable four-wheel drive but without a locking front diff comes in steel blue or tactical green starting at $6,999, which is a $100 bump up from last year. The fall beige and Realtree Edge returns with EPS, and these do have the locking front diff four-wheel drive for $8,099, again a $100 bump up from last year, and rounding out the 450 line is the Desert Tan and Midnight Blue color scheme, which comes with the four-wheel drive diff lock, EPS, and a factory-installed Warn winch for $8,399. The Kodiak 700 is back unchanged in the non-EPS version starting at $8,499. That version doesn't get a headlight pod on the handlebars or a locking front diff. The EPS version does have the locking front diff and headlight pod, and it starts at $10,099, at about $300 for the fall beige and Realtree Edge colors. And finally, the Special Edition Kodiak 700 features a Desert Tan and Midnight Blue color scheme with EPS, the locking front differential, a factory-installed Warn VRX 25 winch, all in an MSRP of $11,099. I do get a lot of questions about the difference between the Grizzly 700 and Kodiak 700, and Pat Biolsi, Yamaha's ATV and side-by-side testing manager, told us about those differences in the Grizzly anniversary video. But again, in summary, the engine and power is the same, but the Kodiak is clutched for smoother low-end power delivery. It's got a lower seat height and smaller dimensions to make working and maneuvering a little easier. The Kodiak was designed more for utility use, with the Grizzly focusing on recreational performance, although both machines are well suited for recreation or utility. As I mentioned, there aren't many mechanical updates over previous years, but in the modern era dominated by side-by-sides, sometimes an ATV's mere return to the market is a triumph. Let me know what you guys think. What would you want to see Yamaha change, if anything? And what do you think of this year's lineup? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time, right here on Dirt Obsession.